Good evening, everybody. It's Lorraine Alternative Homesteading on March 28, 2026.
You followed me across state lines. You really thought I'd run. 30 years in Alabama, Jersey girl with perfect plans. Garden raising my daughter, healing cats with gentle hands. Astrology blog at midnight, Reiki light into the breeze. Masters and bashers, both with honest, so the world would let me breathe. Anytime my name on a secret list, paid strangers to make me bleed. So I packed up everything I loved and drove south to be free. But freedom wasn't far enough. Now I'm alternative, setting friends cars. In the target, got every other day. I cross the Kentucky line, drones in my sky, 7 tears in my can't forget because I'm not even trying to steal my life, but this soul's rooted deep in me. From my head to this raptor, fire tried to bury me. Baby, watch me rise, watch me grow. Oh, watch me grow. Black helicopters buzzing low, surveyors I never hired. Fake lions on my title, threats in the mail, just walk away. Retired, but every kid I bottle feed, every roll of corn I sow is another middle finger.
Welcome, everybody. I was just away from the screen. Hi, Joe. Hi, Land Shark Love. Hi, Nick. Welcome. Hi, user. Another Saturday night. This is the last Saturday of the month. In a few days, we're going to be in April. Welcome. Joe is our moderator. Thank you so much, Joe. I saw that letter that you wrote and the response that you received back. Hi, Nick. I'm finishing up my last couple of spoonsful of soup. Hi, Annie. Welcome.
Kentucky clay on my boots, tile deed in my grip. Camera rolling 24/7, I'm never gonna quit. Watch me grow.
I know, unfortunately, those are expected responses. Good evening, SCL. Welcome. Yes, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up. At least you received a response. There are many times that you don't receive a response at all. Hi, Julius. Welcome. It's another Saturday night. Yeah, we're at the end of the month already. In a couple of days, we'll have a full moon. So you know things are amping up, right? Hi, con artist. Welcome. Yes, you're fortunate that you received an identification number for the complaint. At least you can reference it because you know stuff happens so quickly for targeted people. It's just one thing after the next, and you know, without those identification numbers, without the documentation, it's easy to not remember, you know, the sequence of events. So that's why it's really important to write letters, file complaints. Oh, they did? Yeah, they do that. They put blood on my door handle of the chicken coop, you know? And I didn't really mention it, but they killed another guinea today. So every day this week, they've killed an animal. So I get a disgusting tongue on the porch, and then blood on the handle, and then the F Mason little V that they cut into the curtain of the chicken coop. It's just fun and games here in Kentucky. Yeah, it's pretty horrible. It's pretty disgusting. I have not been in the best of moods. Um, I have not been in the best of moods. And last night I was so tired that I decided I was just gonna go lie down in bed for a little while. Little while was the criminals just knocked me out until 5 o'clock in the morning. So from I have been awake since 5 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't going to go back to bed at that time. I had to get my animals, fed and everything. And when I opened up the chicken coop door, my heart sunk again. I just can't take it. And my poor guineas, they're like, they're, s- they decided they were going to go into the coop last night. They were so traumatized by Johnny Depp and Creamy and Muffy Puffy being killed in there, and then another guinea, that they decided they were not. They had a conversation amongst themselves. They said, "We're not going in there." So they stayed out for a couple of days, and then they decided last night they were going to go back into the coop. And lo and behold, this morning, and it was even earlier this morning that I went in there. There's a dead guinea on the floor. I just can't. I can't take it anymore. I really can't. Yeah, it's I've had them. I've had them a long time. I've had them since babies. It's not like somebody, like the animals that are dropped on my property. These are chickens that I've raised from babies. Like the guineas, they were 2 days old. Hi, Pamela. Welcome. Oh, isn't that beta painting really nice? I love the beta fish. I actually had beta fish as a child too. And I remember my father telling me that they're Japanese fighting fish. I did not remember that when I purchased I purchased the female for our beta fish in New Jersey, and she started nipping at him. And then lo and behold, overnight she just ate him. I don't think I'll get any more beta fishes. I know. The guineas, I feel so bad for them. I had 30 guineas. I mean, at one time I had close to 50. I had 30 guineas, and then, animals outside, before I realized that I had a fox that was eating them and then feeding the fox. Wait, but 1 second, because Zumi is knocking on the door. 1 second. I have a cat that knocks at the door. Is that you? Is that you? Come on in. Zumi. So yeah, that was Zumi. He was knocking at the door. He's in. And so the guineas decided they were not going to go in the coop again tonight. It's heartbreaking. I wish they would find their way into the other coop. And mind you, that coop has 3 locks on it. Hi, Amy. Welcome. Well, I've learned a lot this week, and I'm fortunate. I need a guard dog. Well, you know what? I've thought about that. Um, the unfortunate thing with a dog is I would have to get a puppy, because a puppy would have to grow up with the cats and with chickens and know that they're friends. I could not get an adult dog because it would be a problem. It's And right now, I actually don't want a dog. Hi, Cold Fact, welcome. If I missed anybody, welcome, welcome. I was at the door letting Zumi in. And the way that they harm all of the animals here, you don't think that they would take a dog out too? They don't think they would harm a dog if I finally did get a dog, got a puppy, trained it, raised it up. You don't think they're going to get to a dog too? So, that's another issue too. I would definitely consider getting a dog if I had a larger house. Yeah, give the dog a body cam. Yeah, if I had a larger house, I would get a dog because I would have to train a puppy. So I did not, I did not grow up with dogs either because I lived in apartments most of the time, and even when I lived in New Jersey, I thought about getting a dog, but I had so many cats. Um, and dogs have different requirements, you have to get them licensed and rabies shots and all that stuff. They have different requirements for dogs than for cats. Remember to hit the thumbs up, guys. I can have your dog. He's untrainable. Hi, Cat. Welcome. Cat, I am Spellbreaker. Oh, that's right. 3333. You have 3 pups, all older. I will only adopt old. See, that's what I would love to do. I would rather adopt an older dog. I prefer adopt older animals. I really do. They're the last ones that are usually adopted. Everybody loves kittens and puppies. So has anybody seen any useful information on the internet recently? Your petrol gas price was $3.33 last week. Oh my goodness, that is too funny. That is too funny. Oh, did I miss City of Fullerton somewhere? Welcome. Hi, very soon. The numbers 333 and 66 have a new meaning for me. And in numerology, if you add the digits of your birthday, let's see, STL, you spent time on that website with, yes, yes. I'm so glad you did. I just sent her an email back. She's so excited that she's receiving so many responses from her newsletter and the website. She's been working on it. Oh, Kat says, Fullerton, California. I delivered my daughter there, had a friggin' C-section. I know. Oh, and the obituaries? Oh, that's not even a half of it. Oh, there are so many of them. So many. Just before I started this live stream, I sent her a photo of another cat that they harmed in New Jersey. They cracked his hips, so he could not walk. I had taken him to the vet, had him x-rayed, and then I had to have him put to sleep. Yeah, it is very full of useful information. And subscribe to her newsletter. Her newsletter is so good and it's so pretty. She takes so much time on her website and newsletter. She does a lot of research. Yes, it has a lot of, and she's going to be adding more information. And what I really like about it is that she has been posting real photographs from real targeted individuals. Like, I mean, here on YouTube, we don't always know who the perps are, who the criminals are, who the agents are, whatever. But on this website, these are bona fide photos of bodily damage caused by these energy devices and the criminals. And it's growing, so there'll be more. There'll be more photos. Oh yeah, the Fullerton Informer. I was subscribed to him for a while, and then I stopped, and then I watched him again. Oh really? Elias D? Is that Elias D? Yeah, I don't know who it is on her site. Yeah, I don't know who it is. You would think that we all know who the targeted individuals are. There are so many. There's so many on TikTok, on Facebook, on X, on Quora. I mean, I certainly don't know them all. Yes, the Fullerton Informer guy, yes, he's been very quiet. He usually records while he's driving in his car, probably back and forth from work. Yes, he screams a lot. Yes, he can be very obnoxious. And I think that's why I unsubscribed to him for a while. But then people were mentioning him again because he is truthful. That's the one thing I like about him is he's honest, he's truthful. Yeah, the gang stalking is off the charts in Southern California. Yeah, I believe that. Oh, well, look at who's your governor there. Not that our governor's any better, but yes, he's been quiet. Well, sometimes people have things going on in their own lives. They get tired of speaking. Sometimes they get threatened. Sometimes people approach them to shut up. He might just have family things going on. There were other people from the California area that had YouTube channels that yes, I think he is very smart when it comes to chemistry. Yes. Hi Monaghan, welcome. Thank you. I appreciate your listening to my videos and watching. Not only am I venting, but I know this stuff is happening to other people. And this is why we share information, because you are not alone. This really is happening. You're not crazy. You're not schizophrenic. You're not delusional. You're not going to be gaslit by these criminals that play let's pretend nothing is going on. Let's see, you ran into the Fullerton Reform at the grocery store. Oh, you talked for a while. Well, that's cool. Hi, Joshua. That's right. None of us consented to this. And it is worldwide. I mean, it really is worldwide. My last video had a 26-minute commercial. Oh, well, that's so weird that you say that. There are these long commercials now. I actually watched one. And it wasn't even on my channel. I didn't know it was a commercial. And it was. And they were actually having a conversation, like it was like almost like a psychology. They were having a conversation about relationships. And then I look at the little arrow and it's like, well, wait a minute, this is an advertisement. I thought it was a video. Yet they have these new formats, and I will say as a fact, YouTube creators are complaining big time that they're not getting the views that they usually get. There's something going on. Like even the top YouTube creators are saying that they're not getting enough views. The ads are getting out of control. AI is on over. There are so many AI channels too. It's so not fair. Because what's not fair is that you can be demonetized for what they call inauthentic content when you're sharing videos that other people created with their permission. That is a problem. However, people are creating these fake channels, AI channels. They're all AI generated, but that's okay. That's permitted, and they get monetized very quickly. So that's so disturbing that the fake channels can get monetized so quickly, and the real people channels get demonetized, or it takes a long time to get monetized. Yes, AI is treated as human. Isn't that bizarre? That's so weird when it comes to creating, videos. I mean, if I had known that, I would just, automate everything. Data centers are sucking the life from the earth, literally. Well, that's true. Well, at one time it was fracking. The fracking, when they started fracking, there was like more than 100% additional seismic activity in those states where there was fracking, where they were drilling. And now I hear that the data centers use hundreds of thousands of gallons of water. Okay, let's see what you guys say. There's no escape from gang stalking in the US. AI is treated as human. The gaslighting is through the roof. Nope, selective service of non-appropriated instrumentality of the Department of Defense. Oh, yes, I hope, well, River Bluff was here last week. He started a new job, I guess, a couple of months ago. So he was here last week. Soft White Underbelly had a TI yesterday? You're kidding. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. I wrote to that guy, and so did somebody else on my behalf, and he did not respond. So I believe that both of our communications were interrupted, or interfered with, intercepted. Yes, that's true. I mean, a lot of targeted people are targeted because they have drug issues. And sometimes they start using drugs as a result of being targeted, but they don't know. They don't know that they're targeted. They've got all these weird things happening to them. They're being prosecuted and being followed, and Some of the people are quite young, like they're in their 20s. And how do you deal with this when you're in your 20s? I mean, it's bad enough that this started like in my 50s, possibly my late 40s. I don't know. It says drug psychosis, and I'm sure that's part of it, but he's definitely TI. Oh, maybe he doesn't have an idea of how to explain it. Okay. There are definitely a lot of YouTube creators that are targeted, but they are clueless that that's what it is. Either that or they just don't share that fact on the channel. And the drugs make it much harder. Of course. Of course. Let's see. Foreign trade zone sheet USC 19, 16, 18, 19 with a splash of CFR 15400. That's why you're targeted. Oh, you're starting in your 50s also, City. The scale of MK Ultra breaks my mind. Well, it's off the charts. Let's see. I'm getting all these text messages. Let's see. Oh, okay. Eat from Eden's Living. Let's see. Bill of Attainder from Trauma-Based Economy. Oh, you were 51, Wilkie? Wilkie Knox? Welcome. Oh, Willie, I'm sorry about that. Willie. So it started for you at 51. Let's see, whistleblowing, no fear, only works for U.S. employees. You were watching a video of another woman who got scanned by Mind Nexus. She found a bunch of readings of MAC addresses. Oh, okay, no, I've seen that. I mean, I didn't see that one that you're referring to, but I have seen that MAC addresses are appearing. Yes, we've got a full moon approaching. Yes, and today Mercury comes out of the shadow. Mercury went direct, a week ago. But now we're in the clear. Now, if we want to list our property for sale, we can do it now. Oh, that code is for data when they poison your. Oh, that's so interesting, Joshua. Hi, Eden's Living. I know, I saw your text messages. We all have MAC addresses in us. Well, if they're going to give us MAC addresses, like give me a Mac, because my laptop needs to be replaced. I need like a good new laptop. I actually have a laptop that was given me by one of you guys, and I haven't even had it hooked up yet. You've been planting today. Well, that's good. Yeah, I don't drink the water here either. It smells like chlorine. It kind of costs a ridiculous amount of money. I buy so much bottled water. Yeah, the outside animals drink the tap water. I have not seen Foxy today or yesterday, but I saw Foxy the day before that. I have a feeling that Foxy might have babies or something. Let's see, notice a 3-foot long fluorescent line of something painted on your driveway. today where you sit and watch the birds in your backyard. Well, that's. Oh, I hope you get a photo of that. Oh, you buy water also? I don't know. I hear things about buying bottled water is not good because of the microplastics and whatever. Like, they're just destroying everything. The tap water, the bottled water, the plastics in the water. Like they're saying that even drinking from glass isn't good anymore. I don't even know if that's even misinformation. Soon we'll have Foxy and baby foxes at the door asking for food. I'm totally tapped out. These raccoons, they are eating all the food, and it's not even funny. They knock on the door, they fight with each other. They've opened my front door looking for food. I even bought them Pop Tarts, and they ate 2 boxes of Pop Tarts. I bought them marshmallows. They ate all the marshmallows. I gave them peanuts. They're eating all the peanuts. Oh, you get well water. Yes, water is a huge concern. Hi, DG. Welcome, welcome. Just remember to hit the thumbs up when you come in. Let's see. Yes, the technology is out of balance, Joe. There needs to be a balance, and it's just full-on race to destroy humanity. I really don't comprehend what deletes want to accomplish ultimately. Well, they've cloned us also. They probably figure they don't really care if they screw up, right? If they screw up, they can recreate all the people that they want, but they won't be able to do that if they're gone too. Because all those underground bunkers, they can collapse on themselves. They think that they've got all their ducks in a row, but that's not true. The raccoons might be from your neighborhood. Well, please take them back because there are too many. There were 6 on the porch just now, 6, and then there are like 3 on another porch. It's out of control. And then I'll look outside and they're like running around the property. I tell them to go hunting. Like, what would they do? What would they do if I wasn't here, like leaving cat food out? You bought a water distiller. Yes, yes. That's a good idea. The drones chilled out for a few nights. Your duck hunter neighbor actually took one out that kept flying above our backyards. Oh, that's too bad. I mean, the raccoons are cute, but not when they're fighting over food, You like aardvarks? A food grade hydrogen peroxide, a dropper of distilled water is the only thing you have found to pull graphene out of meat, and hot Epsom salt baths and baking soda, borox. Yes, I use that also. I'm overdue. I'm a week overdue on the detox bath. Yeah, that's a good idea. Add salt to the water to get electrolytes. Oh, the creepy's back. Yeah, creepy is it's the resident gang stalker technology hack. Yeah, that's a good idea with the peroxide. I wonder if that would help with the cats to put a little peroxide in their water. Oh, that's interesting. Epsom salt solution in your ears keeps the eye popping headaches away. Yet the Celtic sea salt tastes wonderful. Yes, I have not tried honey. I did buy an antifungal that seems to help a little bit. Dries it up. In fact, I've got to put it on now because it gets itchy. What happens is it gets itchy, and then I pull it's not really a scab, but wherever it dries up, it gets itchy, and then I scratch it, and then I have to start the process all over again. The sea salt will hydrate on the cellular level. Yeah, they're destroying my skin. I don't know what they inserted. They inserted something on both of my shoulders, and it feels like charred pieces of glass. And my skin on my shoulders right now, like my upper arms, is very bumpy. I started to take photos today because it's so bizarre. It's like there's something embedded in the skin. Yes, castor oil in the eyes helps with radiation burns and cataracts. I usually throw 3 cups of Epsom salt. I use 3 cups of Epsom salt. There was one time I stuck 3 pounds in the water because I had not had a bath in a while. I'll usually put like a cup and a half of baking soda and like a half a cup of borox, some essential oils. Oh, you bought earplug and range muffs to fight the noise campaign from the fire truck sirens. Is that helping? Yes, the reason I put so much Epsom salt in the water is look out for Charlie had mentioned this several years ago about what to do, and most people don't add enough salt. I mean, it starts to cost a lot of money. 3 pounds of Epsom salt, if you're taking a couple of baths a week, I mean, it does start to add up. Change your laundry detergent and drink alkaline water. Yes. Well, I don't use a traditional laundry detergent. I use Borox and, like the Dr. Bronner's soap, Castile soap. Buy bulk magnesium flakes in the garden center. Yes, I've used magnesium flakes in the bath. Someone was saying add oxides to laundry detergent. I don't use traditional laundry detergent. Charlie doing a Palmolive dish soap to break the Morgellons. No, I didn't see that. Oh no, I have to look for that one. Palmolive dish soap. Yeah, I use borax in the bath, in the shower, and in the laundry. Let's see, suppository for the poor, LOL, poison out of the kidneys. Okay. You carry high quality earplugs wherever I go because of the fire truck sirens, even when I'm in bed. I can't sit in my tub because I get hit from below. That does happen. They have knocked me. They're trying to drown me here, They've knocked me out in the bathtub. They've put me to sleep while I'm in the bathtub, which is nuts. Hi, Mrs. Matson. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you guys. Boron for anti-radiation. Oh, Palmolive Oxy. Okay. Oh, shooting earplugs. Oh, for the noise cancellation. Oh, that's interesting. Can you say Whitney Houston moment knocking your ass out? Yes. Oh, I love Whitney Houston. Potassium iodine for radiation. Yes. I actually read that it's not good to take that often, only in severe cases of radiation poisoning. Yes, boron also helps detox the heavy metals and strengthens the bones. Boron. Yes, only for 2 weeks. Right, right. Oh, isn't that great that the bodyguard? That was so great. They had such chemistry. Oh, the camphor and Vicks Vapo Rub helped soothe the redness. Oh, that's interesting. The sodium chloride can cause organ failure in large amounts. I would say large amounts of anything is not good. Yeah, I need to soak the body. I'm gonna have to do that probably tomorrow. Yeah, I need to do more detox baths. You know what it is? I have to clean my bathtub because I've been using this soap. It's like a detox defoliate exfoliation soap, and the soap has particles in it, like little sand particles almost. And I didn't realize how bad it is. It really leaves a dark ring in the bathtub because of this like sand. It feels like sand that's in the soap, but it's really good. Yeah, I've got this antifungal cream. I'll write it. So if this is happening to you guys on your legs or whatever, I'll write it here. Magnets behind the ears help with blocking the dew attacks. One magnet in front of your heart helps. EMF hat and green laser glasses, medical grade to protect eyes. Oh, I've never heard of that before. Green laser glasses. I'm gonna have to take some notes here. I've been taking some notes. I'm going to be doing a testimony on behalf of my deceased father. Is that green? What kind of, let's see, green laser glasses. I've got planes flying over the property. I know it takes so much to get this stuff out of your body. And it's nonstop. It's like a nonstop assault. Or amber glasses. Okay. I'm just writing this down. Yeah, there are a lot of different antifungal creams, SDL. There's another one that was recommended to me that I ordered. It's called SSD. Oh, really? I mean, it's on my legs right now. Green light kills quantity cells, can't disperse it. Let's see. Oh, Eden's Living says she uses 1 gallon bottles of water around her head and bed for shielding. SCL, do the green and red glasses work for you? You need a houseboat. I wonder if like living on the water is helpful. Willie says it's not good to put a magnet by your ear. I would imagine it depends on the strength of the magnet too. Yes, bring back waterbeds. The only problem with waterbeds is they're so heavy. They're very heavy. 2 Tesla mosquito zappers back to back. Like I bought a zapper, but it's like the way you have to hook it up. The wires don't attach to these copper poles. Yeah, can you imagine a waterbed? It would be a tsunami when hit by the directed energy weapons. It could explode even. Could you imagine all that water? Well, Eden, maybe you can do a video with your flip charts to show everybody. It's a parasite zapper, and basically it's energy, and it's supposed to help. But the one that I bought is you have to hold on to these copper like handles, and then the two wires need to touch it. But there's no clips for the wires or anything, so you kind of have to. And if you move, the wires move away from the pole, from the copper, handheld thing. It's a little complicated. Not complicated. It's just a little annoying. Yes, the Hold the Clark zapper. That's it. So you've got these two copper handles, and you've got the two wires, and then these wires just have a little at the end of it have like a little metal probe, and these little metal probes are supposed to touch the copper handles, but they move away from the handles. It's not like they're magnetic or anything. Like best sleep of your life would be a sensory deprivation tank filled with Epsom salt to the point where you're buoyant. Did the meditation session a few times back in the day. It's amazing. Oh, that sounds great. Let's see, copper BBS in your attic thrown around. Oh, that could help. That's a good idea. That it would redirect the EMF. I don't have an attic, unfortunately. Or fortunately. Hi, Elsie. Please remember to hit the thumbs up, guys. let's see. She said you put paper towels over the copper and using 10 minutes on it for 30 minutes. Oh, okay. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing it all wrong. But meanwhile, the wires with the little metal probes on the top keep moving away from the device. So, like, you can only stay in one place for so long without the wires moving away. Years ago, I don't know, I might still have it somewhere. I had another little parasite zapper, and it was something you just place on your body. It had a copper penny on it. Yes, my father was targeted too, Amy. I'm going to do a testimony on his behalf. I was going to do it today, but I really want to do it justice and think it out before I get involved with it. Using copper without paper towels will leach too much copper into your hands, she said. So I've been doing it all wrong. Let's see. Mats and I made aluminum foil panels and put them between the top sheet and the blanket. It really works. We used styrofoam vents for the attic roof. So aluminum foil panels. So you made this, like, so did you wrap aluminum foil around like cardboard? Let's see, if you use a silver dollar, a real silver one, use a toothbrush and brush the coin, then teeth. How you get silver in the body and eat with real silver, silver spoon in the mouth. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, thank you, SDL. Yeah, I'm doing it all wrong, and because I'm doing it all wrong, and because it was a pain in the ass to use, I just stopped using it. I wanted to use it because I know that these zappers do help. They do work, but I'm having difficulty with mine. Like, get cardboard and spray high heat paint, and then wrap the silver insulation roll. Oh, that's interesting. You will block a lot. I mean, these are all great suggestions. It's also, it can be very time consuming and tedious. I don't live near a place where I can readily buy some of these materials. Oh, okay. So you use styrofoam that spaces for between the roof and the insulation, wrapped and taped aluminum foil to those panels. Okay. Yes, the EMF reflective paint is expensive. They should just bring back lead-based paint. They banned it, what was it, in the 70s? The lead-based paint. We just need to bring back lead-based paint and we'll be fine. Oh, you paint only one wall with EMF paint. And which wall would that be? Would that be a windowed wall or one without a window? Oh, that's interesting, cold fact. I didn't realize that. Okay, thank you, SCL. I'll check that out after the chat. Eden says you must have an outlet for chaotic energy to leave. You paint all four, you just created a microwave. Got you. Oh, you have a rife machine. Why don't you use it anymore? Mirrors with glass facing the ceiling will redirect drone assaults back to them. Hi, Young again. Welcome. Here, remember to hit the thumbs up when you guys come in. Let's see. You want to sell the rife. Oh, Eden's Living wants to know if you want to sell your rife machine. She helps traffic victims for free. Oh, I see. Kat says because all these zapper type machines activate the nanotech in us with the frequencies. I mean, that's certainly a possibility because a lot of the reasons why targeted people develop strange, bizarre things is because of the technology activating something that's within us that they have either installed within us that is latent. Um, they infect our environments. I hear you, Julius. His ideal career would be remote work so that he could move abroad and find a country free from gang stalking. Well, I don't know. I don't know if there is a country that's free from gang stalking. Oh, that's interesting. There was a blower that was made from China that I can't remember the name, but it activated the graphene. Hi, Lemmels. Welcome. Not as bad here in Australia. According to Onion Head Andrew, EMP deactivates the nanotech. Let's see. Joe wants to know. I don't know if anybody has noticed this tactic, but it's definitely a tactic of the perps. It's the pulling an empty trailer tactic. I'm not driving on the road, so I don't see that, but perhaps others do. Oh, you've heard good things about Vietnam? Oh, well, there's definitely a subscriber, they'll hear from every once in a while that still gets you know, the directed energy weapon attacks and stuff like that, but does not get the gang stalking anymore because it's in a country where the language differs. So Young again says, sent a statement to your congressperson and senator today. Hello, I hereby request that you vote vehemently against FISA 702. Yes, the ladder in the truck, one single board in the truck bed, bike racks, fishing rod. Yeah, I've seen that. I've definitely seen that. Someone today told me she wants to go to Vietnam. Okay. I have no idea what it's like there. Really do your research. The channel Polarity moved to Vietnam and he raves about it. Eden says, I think the pulling of the empty trailers could be weapons. So Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, maybe Thailand for places where the gang stalking is less. Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah, it is interesting about the language. They say Basque is the one language the devil can't speak. Very interesting. The ladder, yeah, the ladder seemed to be a theme. There was a ladder, and my next door neighbors, when I lived at 52 Sutton Drive in Alphen, New Jersey, that stayed out at my neighbor's house all night long, even though they had a huge shed in their backyard. Their shed was large enough to be like a tiny home, but they kept the ladder outside. They only used it to scale my 6-foot fence. Let's see, once I moved to Costa Rica, he said to go where the five eyes are not active, but this is global. It is a global program. But I would imagine that there's some cities and states that are better or worse than others. Your countries with less military infrastructure would be better ones. Yes, I think that would be a start. Use a toggle switch on cars. Let's see. Got to be outside of the Western Hemisphere. You're even looking at Africa. There actually are targeted people in Africa. There's a targeted woman who gave her testimony on my channel, and it got really bad for her after she gave the testimony. I may go to Russia. Yeah, go to Russia. Edward Snowden's there. Why not? It's just cold there in the wintertime. The weather's bad. Colfax lives right near Northford Grumman, and they do all kinds of experiments on people. I'm sure they do. The Philippines is a hotspot of the Royal Order of the Jesters, a male-only club, and invitation-only. Prerequisite is you must be a Shriner in good standing order. A bunch of dirty old pigs. Oh my goodness. Yes, the criminals in the air are active everywhere, but they do not have infinite funds. They appear to have infinite funds because they keep stealing it from everybody else. Cars interface with the semiconductors in your body. Have I heard from Roy again? No. No, I do not get any alerts or anything from him. No, I do not. I have no idea. And it's hard to keep track of so many targeted people that have channels and then disappear. That's right. They have infinite dark op funds. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. I just missed a comment. Let's see. Russia's not a good idea. They help create the program. Okay, Kat, have a good night. Thank you. Thanks for joining in. Yes, stay happy, healthy, humored, and hydrated. Good idea. Good suggestions. Edith says, I trust no one with a huge following. I think that there are some targeted people that have larger channels. They don't talk about their targeting so much. Yeah, St. Jude's is an experimental hospital. It's all experiments. Connor says KGB perfected Stasi psychotronics regarding microwaves and frequency weapons. And there's another ant crossing my laptop. Yeah, I really don't know what happened to him. Maybe if you leave a comment on an older video, he'll respond. Oh yeah, that children. Yes, I know. Yeah, don't get me going. We can't really actually talk about it. We can't really talk about it either here. We could discuss it privately. Let's see. You start. Let's see. 8 work from home jobs on Monday. Wow. Oh, that's crazy. You'll see which one pays the fastest. Freedom money. Well, good for you. Yeah, please let us know because there are so many of us people that need extra money that work from home. Yeah, that hospital, no, no good. That's all I'll say about that. He does have a channel, but I don't remember the name of it. Something targeted individual. Um, I don't remember. Joe says, you want to be blown away? Read this book, Oblivion, America on the Brink. It discusses how the Russians came up with a lot of psychotronic weapons and a lot of other mind blowing information. That's what it is. Targeted Individuals United. Thank you. Thank you, SCL. I didn't remember. IT help desk is an easy job to get. It's possible to get remote work. That's a good idea. A lot of customer service jobs can be work from home. Look up Project Grill Flame, Stardust and Stargate. I've never heard that. Project Grill Flame. Not heard that one. Yes, they are guilty of harming some of our agency employees regarding microwave weapons. Yes, I've heard of Stargate, but I haven't heard of the other things that you mentioned. I know I need a coffee too. I need a coffee as well. Yeah, Project Looking Glass. Yes, that was the one. Well, that's true. Witches have been remote viewing forever. Well, some people can remote view naturally and they're not witches. Here comes another ant on the laptop. These criminals, I don't know what they've done. It's like they're breeding ants here. They're everywhere. But that's a sign of witchcraft also, but them leaving insects in your house. They're just disgusting. Everything they do is disgust. They place they place filth underneath things in places that you would not normally look. You would normally think that if you lift something up it will be clean underneath. No, not so with these criminals, not so with the witches. They like to filthy underneath things. They do it, especially in the cats building. I'll lift something up, and there'll be urine underneath it, and it's like, how did that get here? Like my cats are not Houdinis. Whatever they have spread in my home environment or inside my physical body has caused my eyesight to blur. Oh, that's interesting. Jodie Foster with the Contact movie. It's a time traveling device. It looks like an atlas on axis that rotates. No, they did not get the memo. Do no harm. No, no, no. And it's already been stated by several whistleblowers that a lot of these people that are targeting us are doing so when they're under the influence, which makes it even more insidious. And the interesting thing about the eyesight, it directly resulting from, of course, whatever microwaves, but it's mostly what they're infecting your body with. When I moved from New Jersey to Kentucky, during that time, my vision converted right back to normal. They do eye research on us. I believe that. Like I'm wearing eyeglasses now. I normally have I'm normally nearsighted, meaning that I only need glasses to look in the distance. But that's not the case. It's like they've converted my nearsightedness to farsightedness. And my vision was 2020. I went to the eye doctor last year and everything was fine. Yes, it's all about altering your DNA into the image of the beast. AI and humans don't know. I wish you were lived closer. I would show you what they've done to my upper arms here. And then they target me. It's as if there's something embedded in the skin of my upper arms and it's very bumpy and I can't even scrape off what it is that they've put into my upper arms. And then they heat it up and it causes, like tingling sensations, almost like there's metal in here, or it feels like glass shards or metal, but it's very bumpy. I normally have very smooth skin. Calendula salve around your eyelids to soothe them. That's a good idea. Well, that's good about your far sight. It's good. clay and iron merging man and machines. It doesn't work. It does not work. It harms the body. I mean, we already know that from the Neuralink monkeys. None of them survived. Yeah, the Bible says iron and clay do not mix. That makes sense to me. So has anybody noticed, like, so we're finishing the first quarter of the new year, and so many people have mentioned that their targeting has significantly increased and or changed, in January. Do you feel that it's changed significantly because you have new people that are targeting you, or it's just that the funding and the grants has been approved, and then the same people are just renewed to target you? You know, the transhuman cyborg freakism. Yeah, we need to figure out how to create a space disaster. Well, I think they're going to do that all on their own. Oh, yours has amped up also. It's just some of the tactics that they utilize are just so juvenile, also. It's so juvenile that you say to ignore it, but it's so unnerving. It's like, I cannot believe adults are still performing these junior high school tactics. Oh, you don't get the street theater. Mine is individualized, Jesuits and such. I get no breaks all day. Sexualized, vulgar targeting. Well, that's a good point. One wrong solar flare could make all the satellites fall from the sky. Good point. They want a two-tier system: the elite few and the enslaved masses of homeless zombies. No, I do not consent either. These criminals keep cutting my fingernails too. I know that sounds bizarre, but yeah, they've been cutting my fingernails. Something like a sick woman would do. Oh, it's the first time you're hearing the creepy voice? Well, it's interesting because last week when I listened to the live stream again, I heard the creepy voice like as soon as the live started, where other people said, "Well, I didn't hear creepy until later in the live stream," but it was there from the very beginning. Yes, no informed consent, violation of human rights, human trafficking, crimes against humanity. That's all of us. All of those things are being used against us. All of them, and everybody's involved around here. Oh, he's a grumpy old creepy voice. Yes, yes, it's the creepy voice. It's programmed. It's here all the time. It's sometimes in my cameras. So it's not anything on your ends, guys. It's definitely on my end. Somebody hacked into the live stream and it's the creepy voice. I don't know what it is. Yes, it sounds grouchy. It does sound like a grouchy, creepy voice. It's low for the average perp. What about the kids being targeted that can't explain what they're enduring? Oh, I can't even imagine what their parents go through, also. And then the parents thinking that they need to medicate them. And then the negative side effects about that. Oh, it's horrible what they do to children. That's so funny. The targeting of our young people. It's been going on for decades now. You used to say that somebody had a voodoo doll of you when you were younger. I mean, you never know. You never know. It's certainly possible. But when we were younger, I don't know if we really placed that much significance on something like a voodoo doll. Yeah, sharp stabbing pains is certainly something that happens. Pinpricks, feelings of getting hot or automatically cold, automatically nervous for no reason at all. According to the docs that were unclassified, perhaps MK Ultra never ended, which could mean the entire program globally is affected. It has affected many unsuspecting people, of course. I guess you can say that everybody's targeted to a certain degree, but not everybody is placed in a government program to be asset stripped and tortured and defamed. Yes, yes, I just saw that about the MK Often, where the CIA was studying black magic and dark spiritual practices for their effects. I mean, it would have to. The targeting would have to change as one aged. Because what's going to affect you in your 20s is certainly not going to be the same experience when you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s. I know about your parents. Yes, I had this very conversation recently that, I know my father was targeted, but I feel so bad because he really didn't have anybody to speak to about it. Yes, you can look back and see the patterns. I mean, now that we know what we know, in hindsight, many of us have been targeted longer than we suspect. My nose is so stuffy in here. Oh, you were in foster home, who apparently knew too much because of things that they did to you. Well, you remembered. That's it. You remembered. Oh, your dad was targeted when he was in his 30s. He was suffering from trauma in his 40s, but it was during the 80s, and I thought that he was crazy. Yes, of course, because what's happening to us is insanity. I mean, it's very difficult to explain to other people that it really does exist. Oh, that's horrible. In 2020, that you lost your mom. I don't think you ever get over losing a parent. Now I've got let's see, what paper is this? I think it's from the AARP. You know, when you get older, you there's an AARP bulletin, and there's an article here. It's entitled "You've Got Some Nerve. Stimulating the vagus nerve may be the answer for chronic pain, heart disease, depression, and more." This is written by Jean Dorn McDonnell. It goes on to say Dawn Steiner, 59, had suffered with rheumatoid arthritis, RA, for 13 years. At best, a daily cocktail of medications kept her pain level at around 4 or 5 out of 10. On bad days, it was more like a 7. There were a lot of bad days, she says, but taking part in a clinical trial using vagus nerve stimulation, VNS, changed all that. A small pulse generating device about the size of a jelly bean was surgically implanted under her skin on the left side of her neck. The pulse generator wraps around the vagus nerve, the body's longest cranial nerve, actually two nerves, which runs from the brain stem all the way to the neck and both sides of the body. The vagus nerve relays information between vital organs, including the heart, lungs, liver, pancreas, spleen, stomach, small intestines, and colon, and the brain. For 1 minute each day, the small device in Steiner's back releases an electrical impulse that travels through the vagus nerve to her brain. The device activates what we call the inflammatory reflex, which signals the vagus nerve to slow down inflammation. According to neurosurgeon Dr. Kevin J. Tracy, president and CEO of Northwell Health's Feinstein Institute for Medical Research and author of The Great Nerve, the new science of the vagus nerve and how to harness its healing reflexes. Through the vagus nerve, although the vagus nerve can't undo existing damage, it can reduce inflammation so significantly that pain and future damage can be prevented. Yes, the program can be generational. They try to destroy your dad's sanity. Oh, good night, SDL. Thank you for joining in. I'll check your email later. Julie said, I have kids and they are and don't know it. They're intentionally torn away. The stuff your dad used to say never made any sense to you until after he passed away, and I have suffered years from gang stalking. Well, unfortunately, that's what's happened, after the fact. See, I've not heard that word before, organophosphate. Used on targets your father got. It resembled Parkinson's because of his bent spine. They poisoned with that stuff and act like it was inhalation from crop fields. Oh, you aren't going anywhere yet. Okay, I wasn't sure because while I was reading, I wasn't sure if you were saying goodnight to everybody. You know, all the crazy stuff your dad used to say was actually right. It seemed unbelievable to you at the time. Karen Moore. Hi, welcome. Welcome, Karen. A Dropbox with my document reports. I don't have something like that. I also don't know who you are. What kind of a book are you writing? Oh, she was bedridden and couldn't walk. They refused hip replacement, telling you it's pesticides. Well, you could be tested for pesticide and very soon says my dad was horribly targeted from age of 50 and on. At 80 years old, he fell through a patio glass door and his arm was severed. He said it felt like somebody pushed him. That's what they do. That's exactly what they do. It's either a cloaked person or it's an energy device. That's exactly what they do. They push you. That's what Karen Romero said. After she had her car accident, she was recovering at home and she fell. She said, it felt like somebody pushed me. Oh, I see, Amy. I see what you're saying about the rat poison. I see. They were really putting it in a person's refrigerator. It is unbelievable how large the program is. There must be hundreds of thousands of victims. No, there are millions. It's millions. In 2016, it may have been hundreds of thousands, but it is in the millions now. My father did not own land, but my father was an inventor, and they were stealing all his ideas and also threatening him to not patent his ideas, probably because they were stealing them anyway. Let's see, you spoke to your father the night before he passed. He looked like he had seen a ghost. My brother was there when he died. I was not present when my folks died. I realize now just how much my dad suffered. It breaks my heart. Yes. Sue, I mean, these people are nuts. And no, they're not human because the psychopaths are not, they do not possess the qualities that make them a full-blown human. They're lacking, they're missing in qualities and traits that would define them as being human. Yeah, there's a lot of witchcraft involved in this, in the program, in the stalking. A lot of cult activity. Well, I don't know what you're looking for, Karen. This is the first time I'm seeing you in the chat, so why don't you email me? And if you've got a book that you're writing, let's, why don't you share a link to what you're working on? I believe that, Sue. They love their white Ford trucks. You're trying to understand how they get inside the refrigerator. Well, they can do it physically or they could do it remotely. They use the energy, they bounce off the electricity, the electrical inside of your refrigerator. They have molded food inside my refrigerator that were new. Inside the refrigerator. You think it'd be safe inside the refrigerator. Yes, it is that is probably the worst thing, Amy. It's hard how they turn family members against each other. Yes, you've seen it in this community where adult children unalive parents through organized and engineered third parties. That is disgusting. I know. I know. I'm sure we all would have wanted to spend more time with our parents. There is tech beyond our comprehension too. Black ops, black budget tech. Absolutely. Oh, and you know what? They use the technology, thinking, it's so much fun. It's like a tease. They can rust things at will. It can be brand new. They can rust things, bend things. They think they have superpowers. Like I've said before, where would they be without technology? Nowhere. They would be over. They put something in the fridge or air or something because your food spoils fast and tastes different. It has ice crystals that are different. There is some technology that they're using. I can't say what it is, but I just sent Skizit, who's writing that newsletter, a photo of an orange that I pulled out of my refrigerator a couple of days ago. It was completely molded, but not molded like irregularly. It was in a perfect circular pattern. I know. That's the unfortunate thing. When you get your fruit, you have to eat it right away. Otherwise, they're going to ruin it. Judy says, I don't have kids, but if I ever do, they won't be raised in the US or any Five Eyes country. I agree with you there. It's, I feel bad for people raising children today. It does sound like our parents were targeted, but perhaps they didn't know because, life was very different then. It wasn't as easy most of the time. But perhaps it should have been easier than it was because they were targeted and were not aware of it. Yes. Yes, exactly. Like the photo that you sent of your orange. They can rot something from the inside out. The best thing is to create a plan to free yourself from the matrix. It's easier said than done, right? Can you hear me? Let's see. Okay, so some people can hear me and some people can't. Okay. So Amy's sound disappeared for a minute there. Oh, that's so sad, Joe. They got enticed to sell you out and participate. Okay, thank you, con artist. Your youngest daughter hasn't spoken to you in 10 years. Do you know why? Did she say why? Oh, absolutely. Yes, they love to steal identification. That's good advice, Pamela. Pamela says if anybody younger still has a relationship with your mother and father, spend as much time with them as you can. That's good sound advice. Oh goodness. Your credit report says you have been compromised on the dark web. Oh, I had the same thing on my report. Yeah, that says that somebody's got my name, my email address, and my social security number. Well, I'm not going to the dark web to figure out who it is. But as long as the credit report knows, then they can figure it out, right? Oh, right, they shut you out of YouTube. Yes. Well, they could not turn my mother against me, so they deleted her instead. There are some credit cards that have credit reporting through them, and once you sign up, they'll just automatically send you an email like once a month. Yes, and remember, if we're talking about parents, they're usually significantly older, they're of a different generation. Yes, they could be brainwashed somehow, implanted false memories, mess with them. I mean, this is a social engineering program, so they can change somebody's opinion, through radio frequencies. Yes, it's MK Ultra 2.0 on steroids. Yeah, that's horrible, Amy. I mean, I think the whole situation, like these people playing God, controlling what people are saying, is wrong. It's just completely wrong. Especially older parents. I mean, they can implant all kinds of false memories. Yes, God will, yes, save his greatest damnation for them. Oh, I've seen those hydroponic units. I'm sure that they would ruin them. So STL says for $45, Amazon, you can grow vegetables on your countertop with a hydroponic unit. That way you can keep an eye on your food. Oh, goodness. If your fridge pops real loud, they have changed something. Yes, mine will pop. They can pump gas into your refrigerator to ruin food. Yeah, they definitely ruin the food. No, they ruined mine too. They spread all kinds of weird plants like grass seed, weeds, plants, and it doesn't matter how many times like I clean the garden beds. They just replant weird kind of seeds that don't even belong in the perimeter. They plant so many weeds. They plant dandelions all the way down my gravel driveway. They're just insidious, disgusting. It's just they just the whole program disgusts me. Sue says they destroyed my refrigerator. It's so loud it sounds like an airplane. Yeah, I think that that's a good point, Amy. That I believe they're going to start targeting people at younger and younger ages, and possibly when they're born. They definitely have sadistic tendencies, that's for sure. It is, it's important to talk freely about these things. And it's so difficult because, there you don't know where you can. And also hopefully you'll be able to reread this chat on the replay. Oh, you got the fridge pops in Scottsdale back in 2012. Oh, but you don't get it in Tennessee. Okay. Oh, I get the refrigerator pops here, and I don't have an ice maker, so there's no reason for it to be popping. Oh, I'm so glad, SDL. The chat has really evolved into a safe and nurturing place. I appreciate that. Let's see, there's definitely something they can't stand about families. And it's all families, it's animal families too. They go after the animal families. It's so sad what they do to animals. Oh, the weeds are off the charts. It's not natural. Listen, I've been gardening for since I'm like 12 years old. I've been gardening my entire life. I know the difference between a weed that's naturally occurring and something that's been planted there by some nefarious idiot. Yes, they do that also by changing the temperature. Yes. Colfax says, yes, I don't have a ice maker either. It sounds like a Russian woodpecker code. Back in the day, they sent secret messages like that during the Cold War. You cut the power to your router because they can use the router to spy on you, just like a video monitor with Wi Fi. That's what they do. They just walk in and take things. They do. Yep, that's exactly right. Well, I'm glad that I don't use a television anymore. And when I'm not using this laptop, I'll sign off. I do have to be more aware about my phone, about placing it on airplane mode during the day when I'm not using it. What kind of surgery do you need? they're in your home gym. Oh, that's too bad. They cut holes in the ceiling and ruined the floor with mud and stole everything I liked. Ugh. Oh, hernia surgery for your belly button. Oh, B, you're gonna have to watch where the moon is on whatever day you're deciding. You never have a surgical procedure during a Mercury retrograde, by the way. Amy says something feels like it's about to happen. You all feel it. Well, I think that the world is we're so messed up. I mean, have you been watching the news lately? There are explosions all over the country, tsunami warnings. I mean, it's crazy off the charts. Other IQ is absolutely low. That's why they don't get us. You know, it's sort of like Dr. Rebecca Caleb Wilson. She wouldn't give me an appointment because I'm not friends with her friends and she just doesn't get me. She doesn't get me because her IQ is so damn low. It's because she's probably in her 30s and she doesn't get a 67-year-old woman. The idiot that she is. There is definitely something, I mean, listening to the news, it's just so it's almost like it's so ominous. When the empath is wronged and leaves, God's favor leaves with them. No, that's not a new moon. That's a full moon coming up. We've got a full moon. The moon is increasing in light. So we're going into the full moon. How do I read about moon cycles? You have a PDF. As far as moon cycles, you find that literally anywhere on the internet. Just type in moon cycles and you'll find a chart. It's very difficult. When the moon rules the stomach, so that's why I said the moon cycles. You know, when it comes to the stomach, and you don't want a Mercury retrograde, so Mercury is direct now. Generally, if you have a surgical procedure, and this is for entertainment purposes only, we're talking about astrology. It's for entertainment purposes only. Generally, yes, I do astrological charts. I do. Um, Generally, if you're having a surgical procedure, you look at the moon cycles, and you do not want to have a surgical procedure on a full moon because if there is an incision, generally for educational purposes only, you may bleed more. Yeah, you don't want to do it on a full moon. I mean, there's like a whole procedure for surgical, literally electing a date for a surgical procedure. It's very long and tedious, and it would involve knowing your birth chart, sometimes even knowing like the surgeon's birthday, absolutely knowing the date and time of when the surgical procedure would be performed, and looking at that. Like I had like a minor surgical procedure done And I remember the doctor telling me, he says, "I'm having a hard time stopping the bleeding." And I told him, I said, "It's because it's a full moon." He says, "Well, what kind of a witch doctor taught you that?" I'm thinking this guy's an idiot. He may he may be a medical doctor, but he doesn't know everything about it, because you do not make incisions on a full moon and think that the blood's going to just stop. That's not the way it works. But sometimes you don't have a choice. That's the issue if you can elect a date, that's better than not having a choice. Sometimes you just don't have a choice because a doctor will only work on certain days, certain times. So, oh, good night, SDL. Yes, we've got only a couple minutes left and we're going to be all signing off. And I appreciate all you guys. I'm glad you were able to have conversations among yourselves and talk to other normal targeted people. Let's see, your heart broke, and no, I don't care about anything these days. They'll use it against you. Well, you know what? You can't really. You have to kind of think positive, because thinking negative will keep you in a negative loop. And yeah, I mean, it's horrible what's happening to us. But think about it this way: like it can always be worse, right? It can always be worse. So I really appreciate all you guys. We're going to sign off in a minute or so. Yeah, exactly. That's what they want. And knowing when you know, good night, Mrs. Matson. Yes, yes. Thank you. Regards to everybody all your family members, all of your animals, your pets. Oh, you're so welcome. Yes. Thank you. Praying for you and all. May God protect and comfort for us all. Yes. Have you all realized that the medical care is worthless these days? It's dangerous. I know. Oh, I know. Oh, there is a YouTube creator, the Patriot Nurse. I'll just write it down. Obviously, she's a nurse, but she created a video like a few days ago, or maybe it was last week, about warning people about going to the hospital or going there alone. She says, "Do not go alone." But you might want to look her up, and I'm pretty sure it was last week. She was talking about the medical profession. Yes, be careful and safe, everyone. Yes, yes, that's a good point. Video record all of your medical appointments. Oh, you know the Patriot Nurse. Oh, good. She's got some really good information. Yes, they're like Frankenstein's. They're just making an incision wherever their wherever their skin. Oh yeah, she's good. She's really good. Yes, yes. She's in Tennessee. Yeah, so she's a good one to follow if you're interested in hearing more about medical stuff and prepping and all that other stuff that I won't get into. But let's see, Sue, were you the one in the chat that was being poisoned, or are you the one that was estranged from kids? Yeah, she teaches prepping. She also teaches how to use a firearm. I need to employ her services. Let's see. A prayer group is started now for anyone interested. Okay, thank you. Where is the? Do you have a link to the prayer group that you can place in the chat? Oh, you teach martial arts? Yeah, I've seen some of your videos. You make me laugh. When I was younger, my father asked me if I wanted to learn like karate or martial arts or whatever, but I chose ballet instead. I should have not when I loved ballet, but yes, I know. I see you dancing with those young people there. You were hilarious. You were teaching them about society today and about making different choices and decisions. Julia says I teach taking naps. I know. Susan's Eden's Living TV has an amazing story. She's been targeted, obviously. She has lost a lot of weight. She's worked out. She's a spicy. Well, everybody, have a great night, and thank you all for joining in. I appreciate all you guys. And I'm going to sign off. I'm tired, and I still have to go check on the kitties. You're 157 pounds and off. Thank you, everybody. Please, very soon says, please teach my perps how to let me take naps. All right, guys, I'm going to end now. Psalm 91. Good night, everybody.